Sydney Opera House, a World Heritage listed masterpiece of human creative genius, internationally recognised as an icon of 20th century architecture. The building is also a renowned world-class performing arts centre and Australia's premier tourism destination. It attracts more than 8 million visitors per year and hosts 2,000 performances attended by more than 1.5 million people. But what does it mean to be a UNESCO World Heritage listed building? And what are the challenges facing the Opera House today? UNESCO's 2007 World Heritage Assessment of the Opera House's outstanding universal value noted the significant challenges involved in balancing the roles of the building as an architectural monument and as a state-of-the-art performance centre. Addressing these challenges is central to the Opera House's organisational mission: to treasure and renew the building for future generations of artists, audiences and visitors, and to inspire and strengthen the community through everything we do. Some of the design challenges facing those who manage this World Heritage listed building include not compromising the integrity and authenticity of the place or diminishing Utzon's vision for the Opera House, ensuring compliance with the Australian building codes and standards for accessibility, safety and security, sourcing materials that are now in short supply, for example, the white birch or the pink granite that is used to pave the entire forecourt, ensuring that this information is communicated to architects at the outset of the project and to contractors and staff working on site, and monitoring all work against heritage management tools. But how do you know what can and cannot be done to a World Heritage listed building? Can you drill into the walls? Can you paint surfaces? Can you demolish areas and build new elements? Can you change the colour of the iconic shells? Can you use new technology to improve the longevity of the building? There are two primary management tools that the Opera House uses to make these decisions about the operation and the future of the building. These management tools are the Conservation Management Plan and the Utzon Design Principles. The Conservation Management Plan identifies heritage values and sets out policies that protect this heritage significance in the face of change. The Utzon Design Principles outline Jørn Utzon's vision for the building and his comments on the future. Developed by Jørn Utzon in 1999, it is intended as a permanent reference for the conservation of the building and its setting. These principles can be used to clarify original design intent, to manage proposals for change, and to influence planning controls for the precinct. These two documents are supported by a strategic building plan, which is used to prioritise projects and to address the long-term viability of the Opera House. And how does the Opera House deliver new projects and manage the building on a daily basis? Potential designers and contractors tender for new projects through established government processes. Each submission is assessed against both quantitative and qualitative criteria that includes demonstrating an understanding of the Opera House's unique challenges, both as a UNESCO World Heritage listed building and as a live performing arts venue. In addition, the Building Projects and Contracts team, who manage the delivery of all projects within the Opera House, specialised teams are made to deliver large-scale projects. For daily running of the house, the Building Operations team oversees general maintenance of the house. This team works with appointed contractors to monitor the performance of essential building services such as ventilation, heating, cooling, power and water. Other areas such as waste management and building maintenance are also delivered by appointed contractors. The Facilities Management team uses a BIM, or a Building Information Management model, as a graphical window into the Opera House. The BIM model allows the user to virtually access all areas of the Opera House, as well as locate information about any building element. The BIM model is intended to replace traditional methods of sorting information and files in a more graphical and manageable interface. The following projects demonstrate the unity of our processes in project delivery, appointing contractors, design and heritage considerations to bring the Opera House into the 21st century while ensuring its World Heritage standing is maintained. The concert hall lighting upgrade saw 374 new lights using LED technology installed throughout the space to improve energy efficiency and provide broader functionality to suit the changing needs of the venue. The Conservation Management Plan allows for lighting to be revised as better technology becomes available, provided that colour temperature consistency is maintained. For example, the lights in the concert hall can now be programmed to show various colours to accommodate the varied use of the space. However, the standard lighting temperature for symphony performances remains as Utzon envisaged it, warm and neutral to showcase the natural finish of the timber and other materials. The recently completed underground loading dock and a planned series of renewal projects represent the largest set of capital works projects undertaken since the Opera House opened in 1973. The idea for a new underground loading dock was included in the strategic building plan and recognised in the Utzon design principles when Utzon wrote, "If needed, some functions could be sunk below the forecourt level in such a way as to be accessible from the forecourt, but without disturbing the visual impact of the original layout." The project diverted over 1,000 vehicles off the forecourt to an underground loading dock, creating operational efficiencies, improving pedestrian safety, and returning the forecourt to the public. It took a significant feat of engineering to excavate over 50,000 square metres or 20 Olympic-sized swimming pools of sandstone from beneath a World Heritage listed building, without interrupting performances and business operations which continued throughout the project. The materiality of both above-ground elements and the loading dock itself needed to integrate with the Opera House. Architects referenced the Utzon design principles during the concept design stage to ensure that the overall design intent of this new space respected Jørn Utzon's vision, and in particular, the approach sequence to the Opera House. The first stage of the Opera House's building renewal comprises a series of projects that will replace technology and machinery that have reached the end of their working life. Other plans include a function centre, a creative learning centre, an acoustic upgrade to the concert hall, and accessibility upgrades in theatres across the site. The Opera House building renewal reflects three themes: responding to the great love that people have expressed towards this magnificent building by opening more of it to the public and ensuring all upgraded Opera House spaces are more welcoming and accessible, including for people with a disability. Replacing technical systems and equipment that have reached the end of their working life, and taking every opportunity to respect the heritage and integrity of the Opera House in accordance with the Utzon design principles, our conservation management plan, and in consultation with the Opera House's independent expert review groups, the Eminent Architects Panel and the Conservation Council. Treasure and inspire, conserve and renew. These words encapsulate the balancing act at the heart of conserving a World Heritage listed architectural icon while retaining its authentic function as Australia's foremost performing arts venue, all with a focus on innovation and excellence.